has since set up a scholarship fund in Adesomi.
Coming together, building unity for our community.
We will need to move away from our colonial masters and be quite independent on our own.
What a great evening. Thanks to the Nigerian Canadian Association Ottawa for setting up this gig to celebrate Nigeria at 59. Yes, it's still celebration galore for Nigerians in the Canadian capital city. OZIOMA IBETO was on the red carpet for the second part of a conversation about Nigeria at 59.
Nigeria is a great nation. Everywhere in the world, when you mention the name Nigeria, they look at them as a nation of intellectuals. We want to see a good leadership. We want to see a president who will be committed to the nation, not committed to themselves.
Progress has been fantastic in so many areas. We've produced top-class leaders in so many industries, in the healthcare industry, and it's just, I think it's the gap is implementation in our own land, right? And for us to be able to bridge that gap is to go to the grassroots, talk to the people that need the help, and get the help to them. In terms of leadership and followership, I think the leadership aspect of the nation is driving so much, right? When I say that is, they say, show me your friend and I'll tell you who you are. Most of the followership we have is as a result of loyalty, right? They are loyal to a fault and then they follow to that extent. Leadership in Nigeria has to evolve. It's what it is right now is because of what they know and where they're coming from, right? We need to look at leadership with a new lens, where it's no longer leadership, it's now service.
What kind of change would you like to see by next year?
I would like to see a social and political environment in Nigeria where honesty and love for nation and people are trumps.
A lot to do, and so far so good. We all know the problem, we all know what's wrong, but it seems everyone keeps on complaining but nobody's hearing. You know, we all talk about insecurity, we all talk about bad governance, we all talk about corruption.
And while the Vox Pop was on, a camera lens also captured the highlights of the celebration. Diplomats at the Nigeria High Commission Ottawa, led by the High Commissioner, His Excellency Ncao, joined Nigerians in the capital city to celebrate the nation at 59.
And this is really lovely. I must commend you all for a well-organized event. I'd like to acknowledge the President Executive of the NCA Ottawa for the efforts geared towards taking the NCA to greater heights. You're doing very well and it's much appreciated. And I'd like to acknowledge past executive for laying a solid foundation upon which the present executive will build. A round of applause for past executive, please. As I've said before, Ottawa is very important to us. This is where we're based. This is the capital of Canada. And so a vibrant executive that is functional and united will have a positive impact upon community. And community is the theme of this year's gala. The community impact is crucial. Moving ahead, I'd like to say that at 59, Nigeria has many reasons to give thanks and praise to Almighty God. There are those who may not agree with me, but hey, what can I say? I think our country has reason to give God thanks and praise. First and foremost, in terms of human resources, we have among the brightest and best we find in the world. Our people are enterprising, diligent, resilient, entrepreneurial, creative, and confident.
We are very encouraged by members of the Nigerian Kenyan community who have chosen to join hands with us to build up our community. We have chosen hope over despair. We've chosen courage to build over fear. We've chosen knowledge to grow our capacity in our community over ignorance. We've chosen peace over conflict, and most of all, chosen community over isolation.
Let's link up with OZIOMA on the red carpet.
Hello, I'm OZIOMA IBETO, and I'm still here on the red carpet with the MCs of tonight. So we're celebrating Nigeria at 59 today. What are your impressions about the country today?
I know we've been struggling for the past many years, but I can tell you now that we are growing. The current president, Muhammadu Buhari, is trying to make sure we grow our own agriculture, which everybody's diving into right now.
If you hear your name, kindly stand up and give us a wave.
I believe that we've come a long way as a country in terms of our economic environment, even the political environment. I remember when we used to have just 2 political parties. Now we have more than 2. So the current government faces good opposition, which has made them to work harder. And I know that President Muhammad Buhari, regardless of opposition, he's trying to do his best to make sure he moves the country forward.
The air is pregnant with a lot of innovation, a lot of progress. And even internationally, Nigerians are no longer known for all the ills that happen in the world. But now you hear Nigerians excelling academically.
It is when you go out of Nigeria that you know you can be proud to be a Nigerian. I am so proud to be a Nigerian because, hey, God, we know they take last.
Nigeria is a great nation, but I would like to see a lot of improvement in Nigerian society.
All right, so when you say you want to see improvements, what are those things that you'd like to see improved?
There are so many areas. There's a lot of maintenance issues when it comes to the vehicles that operate in Nigerian roads. I believe that government can do a lot in improving the safety on the road, both from the perspective of the equipment on the road and on the perspective of the road itself, improving greater construction, maintenance of roads, and maintenance of vehicles that apply on the roads at the same time. we're beginning to see that our community, have made a proclamation that I am because we are. We're beginning to come together. So this event is more like, that necessary step that our community needed to take to announce ourselves that yes, we're ready to come together, to build our community.
Awards were presented to deserving members of the Nigerian community for adding value to the work of the association.
The executive, the board, without them, this wouldn't happen. And I want to thank my wife. She's been there. She let me do this. She gives me all the time. Go, do it, go, do it. So I want to say thank you to her and my kids. And I want to thank every one of you that have given me this platform to serve you. And I'm happy.
That's a wrap for the celebration in Ottawa, Canada.
Over 300 people are gathered here to celebrate Nigeria's 59th independence, an event organized by the Nigerian Canadian Association, Ottawa. Guests were entertained by several performances, some of who were Damani, Igbo Women's Dancing Group, and the Royal Mega High Life. There were several youths in attendance, some of whom were honored tonight.
Lily is the first woman and the first black woman in 10 years to be the student union president, representing 26,000 plus students at the Carleton University.
Lily Akabosu, a final year student at Carleton University, was presented with an award for outstanding educational achievement.
I just want to thank everyone. Anything I've accomplished so far as a student is because when I came a few years ago, all I had was hope. You see, hope allows us to dream, to imagine what we can do. But the thing that I gained through the Nigerian community was audacity, the confidence to actually go do it.
I got an opportunity to speak with Ms. Akabosu to get an insight to her impression of Nigeria.
I definitely love the fact that we're a strong community, and to me I define that by 3 key elements. So one, capacity, one, influence, and the other, control. So we have the capacity through our numbers to actually effect change here in Ottawa and Canada-wide. We have the influence to change the narratives of what it means to be a Nigerian in 2019, and more importantly, we can control the image that we create for Nigerians all over the globe. So I'm very happy that together we've united as a community to celebrate this moment.
Her sister, Rosabella Kabosu, was also recognized tonight. She received a scholarship for academic excellence.
I'm very grateful.
And so we're obviously here to celebrate Nigeria at 59, right? Do you have any thoughts and impressions about Nigeria as a whole?
Honestly, I know everyone says Nigeria is a very turbulent country, and to some extent that is true, but we have so much cultural diversity and it's very beautiful. So I want to encourage everybody to appreciate their country, appreciate their culture and their heritage.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The night was brought to an end with the Nigerian High Commissioner to Canada, His Excellency Ambassador Adeyinka Iseku, and his wife, Mrs. Olawumi Aseku, opening the dance floor. OZIOMA IBETO reporting.